Hello.
Hi, Dana.
Hi, Pam. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Knitting Place podcast.
Episode...
Is it 10?
No, I think it's 9.
9?
I think it's 9. No,
Lost count.
9, 10. We'll hit the double digits one day.
Does it really matter?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't matter. But what does matter is that you're tuning in, and we so appreciate all of you taking the time out to join us and watch what we have to say and share all our beautiful things. We've got lots of... Oh my God, I'm roasting. I'm going to talk fast.
Take something you can. No, you take off the hat right now.
Guys,
we're
do you
not
like
going
my
to talk
hat?
about it right
I'm
now.
like really hot.
She'll put it back on.
Okay, I'll put it back on.
Put it back on.
All right, not that I have...
I mean, it is almost... Today was a little warmer today. I think it was around... Although, it was in the low 40s, but it was a little chilly today. Not that you tuned in for a weather forecast. But what is go? Well, I'm Pam Sapp.
And I'm Dinah, but...
Of the Knitting Place.
The Knitting Place. You can find me at The Knitting Place on Ravelry, The Knitting Place on Instagram, The Knitting Place on Facebook, and I may have a new handle.
Yes, I know. In the last podcast, we asked people for suggestions on a new handle for Dinah.
We got a lot of suggestions.
We got a lot of suggestions.
Well, I have to say,
and they were some good ones. But wait a second. Let's just. You want some of the names that
highlights?
Yeah. Okay. Grand D. That was nice too. Grand D. Dynamic Dinah. Dynamite. Spelt two different ways. Dyna-mite, M-I-T-E, or dynamite as one word. Design Dinah. Dinah Knits.
It's hard to pick.
Knitwise Dye. Dynamic D. Dazzling Dinah. Knitting D. Classy Lady. It was Dynamic Genius. Vitamin D. Darling Dinah. Dinah Dynamo. Yarn Hawker. Dinah Maker.
Spinning Dinah.
More. Now, Dinah's last name is M-O-R, Moore. So, more yarn, please. That was very cute.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm. Dinosaurs. I thought that was cute. S-O-A-R-S, Dinosaurs. That was very cute.
Yes.
Dynamite.
All the suggestions were great.
Dynamite
Honestly.
Knitter. I like that. Dynamite Knitter.
The spelling of
Lady
these
Dye.
handles were amazing.
Darling Dye. Vitamin Dinah. Knit More Dinah. I like that one too. Knit More. M-O-R.
Right, but
Dinah.
if you don't know my last name.
Right, but that's still very cute. We like that. So, as
we
Dinah
do have a winner, though.
To say,
we have a winner. And guys, don't be mad. I know we said it was going to be a grandiose skein of vitamin D. But this is not vitamin D. This is called Chaos 2018. So I think this is one of her potluck colors, but it's beautiful. Asylum fibers. And there's going to be the palm. I'll tell you what happened. KRISTY Glass came in and she wanted the vitamin D. I couldn't say no.
Couldn't say no.
Could not say no. So I apologize. Hopefully that wasn't the only reason why you put a name down. But we do have a winner, and the winner is Cindy Keene for Dynamo.
Dynamo.
M-O.
Mo. Dynamo.
Like Pam Sapp. Dynamo.
She's Dynamo.
So
that was very cute. I love that one.
And there was actually another one, but we had to do the number generator.
Right.
So
if you were the other person who suggested Dynamo,
sorry. One winner. Okay.
Anyway, so they will
Cindy,
get...
you need to email me or...
We'll contact her maybe. We'll send you a message.
It's actually only... I don't know if we can.
You can reply on
Ravelry, either, whatever. You can send an email to theknittingplace@gmail.com. I'll put the link below. Mm-hmm. We need your address so that I can mail out this beautiful pair.
With the pattern. Yep.
So thank you. Thank you for all the suggestions. It was a lot of fun to read.
It was a lot of fun. So what's happened since the last... I know one thing that's happened, and I'm going to say it because Dinah won't say it. She had a big birthday.
Oh, yes.
Dinah had a big birthday about 10 days ago.
50.
50. The big 50, right.
The big 50.
We had a very nice birthday celebration.
Thank
Dinah
you.
had, as the kids, I don't know, but kids nowadays, when my kids have a birthday, it lasts for a week, right? They go out with friends from school, friends from work, friends from wherever. Yep. And Dinah had one of those weekends.
I did have one of those birthdays.
Right. What did you do for your birthday?
Wow, we did a lot. It started off on Sunday. Actually, my friend Darren, it was his birthday, and we are within a week of each other. And the two families went out for a pretty brunch. That was
nice.
lovely in the city. Then what did we do? Thursday, you guys took me out.
We took Dinah, the gals in the shop took Dinah out to one of her favorite restaurants.
Chinese food, love Chinese. Pearl East, if you're ever in Manhasset.
Yes.
Then Friday was my birthday.
She was bombarded with flowers in the shop.
Yes.
Her friend brought a cake, two cakes. And what else did we have on Friday?
We had visitors. Danielle was here, which was
her
very
daughter
sweet.
came.
My daughter came.
Well, also her kid surprised her, right? That was a big thing.
So it was like the weekend of a series of...
It was the weekend of Dinah.
No, but what was really funny in my family, actually, I don't like surprises, but they tried very hard to surprise me on every level.
They did.
Yes, they did get one surprise in, but it was like the series of no surprises because we figured everything out.
Yeah.
So,
well, her two kids that are away at school came home for the weekend, which was whether it's a surprise or night. It's nice.
It was beautiful.
That's
all I wanted actually for my birthdays, but just to be with my kids. You know, Alice's birthday's in December, at the end of December.
That's right.
And
there's too much going on.
No, but
they're always home.
They're always home for his birthday.
Right.
February, they're already out of the house. So I was so happy that they all came.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. And then
Friday night, you did something with the kids.
We went out. Yep. We were in the city for dinner, which was lovely. The whole family, my personal family. I went to visit my parents, which was nice as well. And then Saturday, unbeknownst to me, there was a little surprise in the shop.
Dinah came in
on the down low. I came in and the store was also filled with balloons. It was balloons everywhere. Balloons
and
galore.
Cookies and treats and
and apparently
and customers wishing her well on
my birthday,
bringing flowers too.
Yes, we had a lot of. What was the email? Someone showed me the email. Well, what happened was yes, it's a surprise.
Don't say anything.
It was funny because Gladys, I walked in the morning and Gladys said, "Oh, your husband's so lovely." And meanwhile,
she's saying, "A husband? What was?
Where'd you see my husband?" He's like, "Oh, he was here." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Those were the errands that he ran this morning."
Right.
So he was helping you set up, which is very cute. He got all the cakes and cookies.
He picked up the cakes and cookies. Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. Yep. So it was a very festive day. Thank you for everyone who came out to wish me a happy birthday. And who phoned in and sent me messages, and
then you went out
afterwards.
You went out that night.
I went out that night with Alice. That night we went to a restaurant called Palma, an Italian restaurant. It was Italian all weekend.
Was it in the city?
It's also in the city.
Oh, nice.
So Lartusi on Friday, Palma on Saturday.
And what did you do Sunday?
The big surprise. You ready? I love this gift, actually. It was pretty awesome. Yeah. The kid surprised me with an activity in the city. I didn't know what it was. And it turned out to be a cooking lesson at Williams-Sonoma.
Oh, was it Williams-Sonoma? Is that
Williams-Sonoma?
Nice.
So we had the whole kitchen to ourselves, and we had a wonderful chef named Annie, and she taught us how to make ravioli, pasta from scratch, and we made cheese ravioli. And
was there a sauce on it?
There was, yes, it was a roasted tomato sauce.
Ooh,
very good. Roasted tomatoes and onions. It was really good. And we had a mushroom reduction sauce on steak.
Oh, did you have You had that too?
Yes, it was delicious.
That sounds delicious.
We were so full. And that's before Super Bowl Sunday.
That was on Super Bowl Sunday,
and Super Bowl Sunday, we had the whole family over. So it was just...
Well, that's what birthdays should be. They're
an
meant to
explosive birthday. Yes,
it
was really nice.
Well, but that brings us to more knitting.
Yes, I got a beautiful present. Thank you, Pam, and Joan, and Barbara.
Right.
All of you for my wonderful gift.
And this is something that we're going to be starting. We got Dinah, for her birthday, a kit for a mystery knit-along. It's called, what is it called, Dinah? It's called something.
I guess this is coming up backwards.
What's the name of the knit-along? Love Letters. It's called Love Letters Mystery Knit-Along.
I need my glasses, guys.
And it was put together by Leading Men Fiber Artists.
Yes. Three Irish girls. Leading Men Fiber Arts, Knit Cahoots, Paper Daisy Creations, and Telly Bean Knits.
Correct. And what Dinah got was 2 skeins of hand-dyed yarns from 3 Irish girls, and 2 hand-dyed skeins from Leading Men Fiber.
So it's these
Leading Men, whatever. I've got the name wrong on that for some reason.
Leading Men Fiber Arts.
Is that what it is? Yeah. And so we don't know. I think what we know is it's a cowl, but it's a cowl that has...
see the colors?
lace knitting and slip stitching.
I love the colors.
Yeah, and she's got about 900 yards of yarn there.
So part of the collaboration was with Daisy Girl Creations, or Paper Daisy Creations, I should say. And this is a beautiful see-through bag. That's a cute little project bag. And
Valentine's print.
Yes, love that.
Yep, love letters.
So cute. Ooh, I have an itch. And then I got this beautiful needle gauge. And who makes the needle gauge? Is that Knit Cahoots?
I'm not sure if Knit Cahoots is there are two designers of the pattern, and then whoever did the needle gauge, I'm not sure.
Well, there's Telly Bean Knits and Knit Cahoots.
Right, one of them is, I think Telly Bean was one of the designers, I think. But on the back of this gauge, it has sealed with a kiss.
It might be coming up backwards, so I'm sorry. But what a creative gift.
But the best part of the knit-along is that this starts on when? Valentine's Day, in 2 days. But Dinah is not doing this alone. We are joining her in the knit-along. So it's going to be a group knit-along for Dinah's birthday on a mystery knit-along. So we thought that that would be a lot of fun. Because, you know, as knitters, we always like to knit together, right?
Absolutely. That's my favorite.
I know we do. And the colors were perfect for Dinah, right?
Yes.
The colors were just perfect
how
for her.
random. Perfect.
Just the way it worked out.
Love the colors. So I'm super excited, but guess what? That wasn't my only gift from them. I got dinner, and she got this kit, and then I got this awesome, big, huge, humongous fat squirrel bag.
Look at that, guys.
This is like sweater size. This is like suitcase
Huge.
size.
Yeah.
I could dive into it.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge.
It's a big, big project bag.
Look at this. Oh my God, I'm
So
so
Dinah
excited.
now has to fill it with a sweater.
Yes, I'm going to do a new sweater.
You're going to do a new sweater, right?
Maybe a comfort fade.
But that was a great project bag.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody. I love my presents.
Yeah.
And you can't have enough yarn or project bags.
Never. And we always like a mystery knit-along.
Yes, that too.
It's coming in 4 installments, and it starts on Wednesday.
Yes.
So
Time
the
for
next thing is
Valentine's Day.
I need to pick my colors tomorrow.
Barbara already did.
Barbara
and
picked
Joan
hers.
did.
And Joan. Did Joan pick hers?
No, she needs to.
Okay, she needs to.
So,
What else is new?
shall we start with finished objects? We're going off of our show notes here.
That sounds good.
Okay.
What'd you do? You did more than me, so you start.
Okay. Well, I'm wearing one of them. This is the Sophia cowl. We have new in the shop, the Clinton Hill Cashmere.
I'm
Do you
going to
want-
get a couple skeins.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful cashmere. It's super soft and decadent. This is the Sophia cowl. It takes 2 skeins. And we're absolutely loving this yarn. I'm obsessed with it. I've already started my 3rd project because I'm just loving it so much.
There's one color we're out of.
We're sold out of camel,
Correct.
but it's coming back in.
That's the color Dinah's wearing.
This is the scarlet.
Well, yeah, I didn't get the light gray. Navy and black I have.
This is navy, but it's a super dark navy. This is pale blush, which is really not coming up pale blush at all. Wow, the camera is super bad here.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Right. Ouch, sorry.
And there's light sand, which almost looks white. Let's see if I
pretty.
put it next to it. Can you see the pink?
If you go closer, does it come better closer, or no, it gets worse?
No, I think it's worse. And then we have, is this graphite?
That's graphite.
And this French gray.
I think it's French gray, yeah.
And then there's onyx, the black.
Wish you could feel how soft it is.
Oh my God, it's insane.
It's squishy.
And then my second project is the
Wow.
Pratt hat,
Which is a lovely.
which is what I opened with. And I was roasting. But if you need to keep your...
So you see how
Head
this
warm.
comes? Dinah was saying, what did you say in Japan? You saw
Oh,
hats
this
like
is
this.
so
The style where it kind
trending
of comes
on
up.
trend right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell. Let me see.
Mm.
It's like on a slope. It's very cool.
It's neat. Different kind of a decrease.
Very, very nice.
Mhm.
So this
That
is a
is-
1 skein hat.
Dinah is decked out with cashmere right
Yes,
now.
I'm loving it.
And it's really nice.
Loving it. And they're quick knits, so it's fun.
Yeah. And who doesn't like cashmere? She also had, we had a trunk show. You said that, right?
Yes,
And we
we
had
did.
some other pieces too.
Yes. And I fell in love with another piece, which of course is already on my needles.
Which piece is that, Dinah?
I cast on the Urban Wrap. How gorgeous is this, guys? Check it out. Urban Wrap. Really pretty. It's got 3 colors. I'm doing it as shown. Let's see if I can do a close-up there.
Now, what is that?
Really
what
funny.
part of that? Is that the...
It's one end, and then this here is the other end. She has it wrapped around. So I have it on my needles.
Well, the colors are pretty. It's the camel, the red, and the black, right?
Yep. So 1.5 skeins in. It's a generous size. This is going to keep me super warm.
Yep.
And that's it so far. I love knitting it. It feels like butter. Butter in my hands. Love it.
So Dinah's been busy.
I've been obsessing. Yes. That's your... Should I do my other?
Yeah, why not?
All
go
right.
for it.
I'll go for
Why
it.
not?
And then my last but not least finished object. It's on the mannequin.
Oh,
It's a girl's best friend shawl. I'm so pleased with the way this one turned out. It took 3 skeins of Breathless by Shalimar. I used Frenchie, which is the pink, Sand Dollar, and what was the gray? That one, I believe. Of course, the label popped off.
Of course. Black truffle?
Yep.
Really?
Black truffle.
That's good. Okay. Very pretty.
So this was pretty fun to make. I haven't decided yet. I am going to put it calls for 3 pom-poms. I haven't made them yet.
Where do they go?
One goes dead center,
Yeah.
and then the other 2 are off center.
Oh, on one side?
Yes,
Oh,
and I
that's
like
nice.
that
I
because
like
it's
that.
asymmetrical.
Yeah.
So
that's nice.
That's going to be fun. So those are my FOs.
Very nice.
Those are my FOs and my whip.
What's
I
your
only
whip?
have
Oh,
my
yeah,
one
the
whip.
cashmere.
Yeah.
Well, you have more than one whip.
I have the whip that's going to start on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are going to be plenty others.
Plenty other whips. Well, the one object that I finished
2.
was, well, it's just kind of a set, is the, see, it's not coming up well.
There it is.
There it is a little sweater I was making
So
for
cute.
my friend's first granddaughter. And they're Irish, and she wanted an Irish Aran knit. So this was a pattern that Joan had told us about this pattern,
Yes,
right?
it was in the Mission Falls book.
An old Mission Falls book. And as a matter of fact, when I was looking for it, we couldn't find it.
What's it called, Sam?
It's the Sam sweater, yeah.
So cute.
And it comes in a 12-month and a 2-year size. This is the 24-month size. This is the 24-month size. And for the buttons, we were debating for about a week on the buttons, right,
Yes.
Dinah?
But we found the perfect ones. Let's see if we can go close up.
They're,
How cute are these? The
they're
Katrinkles.
Katrinkles, little wooden buttons that have little holes in the shape of a heart.
And we stitched them.
With some, you can use floss, thread, whatever it is, and we stitched it on.
Oh, speaking of stitching, you're not going to believe I took my sweater off and I found one of the needles in my sweater.
Oh, you see, look at that.
I'm so, these needles were like...
We were using these really thin sewing needles too.
Because we used floss.
Yeah, because you couldn't get through the holes on the needle.
One of the needles was stuck to my... I'm so lucky that didn't...
Well, I had one... At one point, I had one I got up and it was in my sock.
This is the back.
It was, yeah, that is pretty.
It was in, didn't it go into your foot?
Between my sock and
I
said...
was, in the shop. No, but didn't something once break
me?
off?
Yes, well, I'm going to tell you about, I won't tell you how many years ago it was, probably 30 years ago. Before I had children, I stepped, as it turned out, I didn't know at the time, but in the carpet there was a sewing needle. I had been sewing, mending, and I stepped on it. It broke off and got lodged in my heel.
Oy.
And this is in the 80s, and at that time I had to go in the hospital.
Were you darning socks?
You know what it was? We were going to Bermuda, and you know how when you go on vacation, you have to sew something. You might have to sew a hem or sew something.
Right.
And I'd been doing that before we left, and this was the day we came home. It must have fallen in the carpeting.
Oh, my God.
And I didn't even realize at the time that happened.
That you stepped on it?
Right. I didn't know. I didn't know at the time. And my foot...
Was it infected?
I was going to work, and, my heel was bothering me, and I was wearing heels, at the time.
That's crazy.
Anyway, they x-rayed, they saw the piece of the heel, but the doctor said, the funny thing is, he said that he gets at least 2 of those a week. 2 cases a week where someone comes in and they've got a needle
stuck in their heel.
Yeah. Now he said the dangerous thing is if the needle breaks off, apparently it can travel through your bloodstream and it can go to your heart. But because it kind of lodged in my heel, at that time, back in the 80s, you'd go into the hospital and you'd go in the night before, and then you'd have the surgery. I was in the hospital for like 5 days, 6 days. I came home on crutches. It was a big deal.
How did they take it out?
In the operating room, they had to cut my foot open. I had cut my heel open.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a regular surgery. It was a crazy thing. But what do? You got to get it out.
Yep.
And he said sometimes, because they have X-rays they've taken of your foot, they can't exactly pinpoint the location to get it out. So isn't that crazy? So when I saw that needle, flashbacks. Anyway, back to knitting.
Not good flashbacks.
That's a crazy. So this is the hat. Again, it's not
pull back. There it
pull
goes.
back. And it's got a little.
It's a cute set.
I could not. So it's a very cute set, and it's going to go out in the mail to her. Maybe tomorrow.
We can get them in that tomorrow.
So that's my.
Does she watch these podcasts?
No. I don't think so.
There's no.
I don't think we're
no surprise.
And if she's watching it, I mean, I know her daughter's definitely not going to watch it. So there you go. That's my one finished object.
2. It's a pair.
Well, it's a pair.
Alrighty. Whips.
And then, I have several. Of course, we have several whips. But
always.
the one I'm going to show you today is. It's. I think we've mentioned in the past that I do a lace class.
Can I knit while we're doing this?
Yeah, you can. With building blocks.
Podcast.
Building blocks. Here it is. Let me just show you the book. The
Building with lace.
Building with lace. We've done the building blocks blanket, and now we're doing this.
That's so pretty.
Right. And so we've been working on this, and I must say I have not been a good student or haven't been a good teacher because I haven't really kept up with it. But this is my first. I can't see it.
It's there. It's gorgeous.
That's the first. It's not. They're sections. They're not blocks. And this is the second one. It's got a bobble, a Japanese nub, they call it.
It's gorgeous.
In the center. And I just ripped this out last night because I didn't like the way my stitches looked. So I ripped out.
That one was on your Insta story?
Yes, it was. I ripped out down to the garter stitch. Because you know what it is? Sometimes when you're knitting and you feel like, I think when I was knitting this, I felt like I had to keep up with the class, and get it done. And it wasn't my best knitting, so I did not like it. So I bit the bullet, and it was like 20 rows in this I knit last night. Yeah, so,
ouch.
I did that. And as a matter of fact, they're meeting tonight. So basically we meet, I would say maybe once every 6 weeks. The thing is,
but everyone goes at their own pace.
They go at their own pace, and if they're not ready to meet, then, sometimes we'll meet and just work on what we're doing, and sometimes we'll work and we'll start the next section. So it just depends. And, of course, Michelle Hunter, who wrote this pattern and writes this series of books, is just, she's just terrific. So it's a fun
very good, detailed instruction.
Correct. And as you work through the patterns and this particular piece, they get a little more difficult. The last one is lace knitting, where every row is different. So there's not a relief
Lifeline.
row. Well, she does. She has them start with it for the beginning of Lifeline, So if they're not putting it in now, they better be putting it in by that last block.
Everyone's going to be good with that.
So that's what, as a matter of fact, we're meeting tonight.
All righty.
What's next? I think that's it for objects for me,
for
right?
whips.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Should we talk about what we're going to be casting on? Well, we already spoke about the mystery knit along with the shawl.
That's being cast on.
Excuse me, the carol. That's one.
Being cast on. And then also the knit along for the uncle?
Yes. Yeah. So February 27th, it's a Tuesday evening, 6:30 to 8:30. We're going to have Joan Forgione here. She's a Long Island knitwear designer, for those of you who don't know who she is. And she has designed a shawl called Mermaid Spell. And I will show you the picture of it. It's actually so pretty. And hopefully
it's coming up nicely.
It's kind of hard to see, but you can certainly look it up on Ravelry. It's a beautiful shawl, and it takes 2 skeins of yarn. And if I remember correctly, I think it was 380, I want to say. Yes, 380 yards of the main color, and then you only need 200 yards.
Oh, that's good.
For the lace border. So you can certainly stash dive. You can certainly come in and start new and get new yarn. So for the yarn crawl, it would be great because you'd be supporting a local Long Island designer, the local yarn shops. You can buy the yarn at any of the shops. And I believe if you actually tag Long Island Yarn Crawl, you enter to win or enter a contest, if I'm not mistaken. Check the Ravelry page.
To win a prize.
Yeah, to win a prize. We've had so many meetings on
So
Yarn Crawl.
So she's coming at the end of this month, and people can start at that time.
Yes, and you could start before if you don't want to. Right, you could take your time, go at your own pace.
And that really gives them about 2 months to do it.
Right,
before the crawl.
Before the crawl. And you don't even have to have it done by the crawl, but if you'd like to post and be part of this other contest that's going on, please join us. We'd love to have you.
It's a very pretty design, very simple,
lovely.
but the lace edging is really pretty.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that, February 27th. Mark your calendars. And, you know, for all of you out-of-towners, you
don't have to be on Long Island to do the
Exactly. So if this appeals to you, you know, as we get into the warmer weather, it'll be a pretty shawl to have done.
Absolutely.
For the spring and summer season. Alrighty. So that's one thing we're going to be casting on. What else are we casting on for? I think I'm doing an Olympic cowl.
Do it. You should
Olympic
do it.
knitting. Kathy from Knot House.
I
think it was Kathy.
Yeah, I know she.
I know she had it
on
Kathy.
her Well, yeah, I think it was Kathy. I don't know. I assumed it was Kathy.
But I may join her and do a little Olympic knitting. Anyone doing Olympic knitting?
Dinah is.
I think so.
Dinah is.
Yes. So, I don't know. Something I've been thinking about.
Yeah. Listen, give it a shot.
Yep. Nothing ventured.
Does it have a year? It doesn't have a year on it, does it?
No.
Like 2014, there was that hat. Remember the hat?
Yes, and they have the hat, I think, this year as well.
Does it have 2018 on it? I don't know. It doesn't make a difference.
I don't know. I really don't know. I've actually never done Olympic knitting, and I've never done... It's funny. I do knit during the U.S. Open, and that's my tennis knitting. I never get it finished, though.
Well, yeah.
During the Open.
Well, the nice thing with the Olympic knitting, there are several patterns on Ravelry for hats or cowls that are free patterns.
And they're smaller projects,
right.
So I feel like I could possibly get it done.
And you know what? If you don't get it, listen, the reality is you're not going to get it done by the end of the Olympics, probably.
No.
But it doesn't make a difference. This does make a difference. You have it. You know that that's something you made during the Winter Olympics in 2018.
Right. There you go. So if you want to join me, come on in. Maybe we'll brainstorm
together.
You go.
There you go.
All righty.
You want to talk about what's new?
Let's talk about that's basically what's next. You want to cover the Lang Splash?
Yeah.
This is a great yarn, guys.
This is a new yarn that came in. This is the
Very
picture,
different.
the cover of the magazine, of the book, I should say. If you can see that. It's a
So
yarn
cool.
that has little nubs. I think the yarn's basically a cream background.
Yes.
And there are different color nubs.
So what you see on the cover is the gray.
And this is a great piece. Yep.
This is actually the gray colorway, and you could see the little bits of nubs in there.
And it's a 77 cotton, 23 poly acrylic. And this is the blue.
So pretty.
And actually the blue, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a little bit of
it's like
plum,
royal blue.
Little plum in there.
It looks like navy, actually. I would call that navy.
I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe
it's
it's
cute.
plum.
This one is gray with a little coral. This one is cute.
Barbara would like that one.
Barbara would. Can you see that? It's cream with, it's got pink.
Ooh, the lighting today is just like really
good. It's not good.
Hold on, maybe
if you bring the screen closer. Try that.
I don't know.
It's lavender and pink colors, and this way is like gold and green with a little bit of gray.
Oh, that's better.
There you go. You see
Maybe if I pull it up closer.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, there you go.
Nice. We did.
And I'm sure they have other designs in the book.
They do.
Using let me see if we can find one real quickly.
It's a great yarn. I like it because it's different. The texture is random, so it almost looks like an ombre, and you're not really knitting an ombre. It just happens in the yarn. So you can certainly see on this skein, for example, you don't really see the nubs that much. And then this one is it's actually loaded in the beginning. So depending on where you start with the skein.
And here, this is
it patterns out and stripes out.
This one here is a little open work for the spring. And this one is the one that's on the cover. It looks a little different on the page. Very cute. I think that's my favorite.
It's like a shawl collar.
Yeah,
very cute.
It's a really nice.
But even a shell, something with a little bit of a cap sleeve, anything would be fun.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's got tons of yardage. It's 250 meters.
That's generous.
So that's a very generous. And what is it knit on? What size needle? It's knit on it's 19 stitches.
7.
So it's 7, which is nice. So this is brand new. One of our brand new, spanking new books and yarns.
You also have skinny jeans. It's on your end, so I'll let you talk about it.
Well, you can talk about it too. It's a skinny jeans. Skinny jeans was a yarn we had last year from Taki.
In denim colors.
Denim colors. Last year we had a darker denim. We had a lighter denim.
And the medium.
And the medium.
And now we have shades of gray.
And I crocheted a shawl in it last year. Right?
The opening shawl.
Yeah, it was on our, we were just saying in our unboxing, it was in the first podcast that we did. It was made on like an M hook. It was huge. But anyway, it was such a successful yarn for them. We also had a vest that people made in this.
A fringed vest.
A fringed vest. But these colors are great. I mean, what would you say? There's black, gray, and was that off-white or silver?
No, it's like a silver. I love it.
Isn't that great?
That is stunning.
Love this. And again, this is a
ribbon. It's cotton.
It's 114 yards, a number 7 needle, and 18 stitches to 4 inches. So a nice knit.
Quick knit.
Quick knit. And then the other new item. Here, Dinah, you hold this. I'm going to get them.
How pretty are these?
Yeah.
This is Luma. You might recognize the name. It was a fiber that we had last year from the Fiber Company. Very neutral palette.
Yeah, we had grays and beiges.
Yes, ivory, all neutrals. But this year, they came out with new colors, and we're totally loving.
And it's a great wool yarn for the spring because it's 50 wool, 25 cotton, 15 linen, and 10 silk.
It's a lovely yarn.
It's a DK weight yarn. It's 21 to 23 stitches. And we knit this in it last year, this Stone Point.
Yes.
Stone Point poncho, which was a really fun knit. And it was, I knit this, and it was really, I have to say, it was a nice yarn. I knit this on a 7 needle. And it was a great...
Is it a hard lace pattern?
No, this is a good pattern for someone who maybe just wants to start laced because the repeat starts here and it ends here. It's a 24-row repeat. And it's just basic...
So pretty.
Basic chart reading. It came, I think it came both ways, a chart or written word, but it's a great, it would be a great way to start doing some lace knitting, you know. And this was a fun piece. You could wear this in the spring as well.
You modified it, right? You made it one pattern repeat longer?
I did. I made it one pattern repeat longer because
I think it's a little cropped if you don't.
Short, yeah. And some people even did, I like this neck, this collar.
Some people eliminated that.
Some people eliminated because they didn't want anything that high. So you could modify it in that regard as well. And those are the new colors. So that's fun.
We have the new West Knits Best Knits book from Stephen West. For any of you who want to do the Marled Mania.
Yeah.
There are lots of pretty patterns in here.
Catch up on your Stephen West knitting, right?
Let's see if I can just browse through here quickly without giving too much away. He's unbelievable. So creative. This is great for stash busting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His stuff is great for stash busting.
Especially in marled, because you really just are always blending different colors.
Yeah, mixing different
And it's a great
colors.
way to use your leftover. Oh, that's my favorite. Hold
Which
on.
is?
Stop. Pause.
No,
I think I have to make this.
Which? Oh, that was the sweater we saw in Vogue.
Love this. My colors.
Those are your colors.
They're so my colors, and I love those pockets.
That is cute.
I think I'm too short for it, though. It'll have to
How
be
long
like a
is it?
dress.
It's very long. Yeah, you can make it like a tunic.
Maybe I can make it like a tunic with
a pair of
leggings
tights or something, or leggings.
and a girdle. Now that I'm 50.
I don't think you need a girdle for that. Then. No, we don't wear girdles. We wear Spanx.
Excuse
Spanx.
me.
Come on.
I'm kidding.
Our mothers wore girdles. We're the Spanx generation.
Oh my God.
Anyway, one thing that we did want to show you that came in since the last podcast was
Pink hazel bags.
pink hazel bags.
So
Pretty. That's one of Dinah's favorite colors. It's like a green gold.
Just like mine. I think I have to take this one because I don't have enough.
You don't know. Yeah, that you're going to tell them that
I
story.
never sent you the picture.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. Let's show you the bags first. This is the teal or the turquoise, whatever you want to call that.
And guess what, guys? We have some fabulous news.
What about the website?
The website is live.
Yeah, Dinah's been working
Soft
diligently on, and this is the
Silver.
silver, which I like. This one is the silver and the red. And I'm
With the
missing
doves
I'm
on
missing the green, but
and the red.
and the red. I'm missing 2 more.
But you can see them on the
You can
website.
go on the website.
Yay!
We did want to show you that. Long awaited pink hazel bags have arrived.
Finally arrived.
Have arrived. There was something you were saying. Oh, tell them about your project bags real quickly, Dinah.
What, my
Dinah
episode
called
last
me.
night?
Dinah called me last night, and she was
I'm so
cleaning out.
embarrassed.
She was cleaning out her quote unquote room.
Yeah, my bedroom, which is like, my husband is appalled.
It's a craft room too.
I think I'm the hoarder.
So tell them what you
I'm
found.
the new yarn hoarder.
She was going to send. Why didn't you send me a picture?
Because I was too embarrassed.
She was
and
I knew that's why.
It wasn't even half like the number. It was basically a little mound of project bags. And guess what? The sad part is they each had a project in there.
Did they really?
Yes. None of them. I do have some empty ones.
Did you see what Skein Cocaine posted the other day?
No.
I don't know if it was a post. I think it was a podcast.
See, are people going to say Dynamo?
Yeah,
What
Dynamo.
Dynamo posted?
What Dynamo posted was.
Is it Dynamo or is it the knitting place?
Well, you see,
The knitting
you
place
can't
is so
change.
bland.
You can't change his social media though now. So you have to say she can be Dynamo of the knitting place.
Okay, guys. We have
So
to start
Dynamo,
using this
Dynamo,
to catch on.
Dynamo went through her projects. Well, Skein Cocaine, as I was saying, she posted that she was going through something at home, same as you, and she had 30
disaster.
started projects. Cast on 30 started
I think
projects.
I could top that. Seriously.
So we have to say, hey, Gina,
I think I could top that one.
can we trust Dinah to give us an honest count of how many projects she
I'm
has
embarrassed.
started?
I'm not even going to count.
You should. It's like
It's
therapy.
disgusting.
It's therapy. It's cast-on-itis therapy, Dinah. But anyway, she said,
Cast on-
talking about project bags, she
Cast
said,
on Anonymous is more like
we have to start a support group.
A support group.
A support group.
For all our
Gina and
UFOs.
Dinah. Gina, Skein Cocaine, and Dynamo need a support group.
Oh my God, UFOs.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but Dinah didn't tell me how many she had, but apparently she's got a huge amount of project bags.
Yes. But, you
You can send me a
organize.
picture. I'll help you work through it, Dinah. I'll help you work through it.
You won't let me start anything else new.
Well,
My
when
husband-
Dinah says, well, no, but we're listening. I have to say this, Dinah. We're sitting here podcasting, and Dinah's saying, well, that's the only work in progress. You heard her say
At
that.
the
That's the
table.
only work in
Here.
progress that she has. She's got about
Here.
40 at home.
I don't know why I didn't bring them.
Anyway, so that
Soon
needless
to
to
be
say,
converted.
show them the pin, Dinah, before we sign off.
Yes, guys. And then what are we doing for this? We have
I
a new
don't know.
giveaway. Okay, guys, we have
First
some
of
other
this.
exciting news.
Yep.
We have a new
We have our own. Finally, our
Yes.
own.
enamel pin.
Go close up. Close up.
Let's see if
Close
I
up.
can get this
Da,
in.
da, 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 da.
Ooh.
That looks good.
Although it's backwards. And
No,
I'm
that's
sorry I'm
okay.
so shaky.
The Knitting Place enamel pin, and that's going to be part of this podcast giveaway. The
Yes.
winner.
It's going to get one enamel pin with 2 skeins, and it's orange. Quite good. Is it crepe?
Christy.
Oh, Kirsty, excuse me. Quite good, Kirsty. And yeah, this is going to be the prize for this week. And what are we giving away?
I think
this is what we're giving
the
away.
question that you have to answer below, and you have to subscribe, of course, to be eligible, is you have to tell Dinah, we have to help her.
Is this an intervention?
how many cast-on projects you have?
There you go. That's a good one.
How
If
many?
you tell me
you can
yours,
tell
I'll
us
tell you
project
mine.
bags, but I think we've gone beyond project bags
Okay.
to projects.
How many
cast-on
whips
projects.
do you have in your closet?
Yeah, if you had to dig it all out and if you want to tell us that you have 20 project bags, that's good too. But whips, how many
Yes.
whips
How
do
many
you
whips
have
do you have?
that you haven't finished? We had a customer, I have to say this, come in today, and they're talking amongst themselves about projects, and she said, oh, I can only do, and I can't imagine this, I don't want to say anything, but she said, I only have, it was Melissa. Was it Melissa?
I don't know.
She
I
said, I
missed it.
only have one project at a time.
Oh, no.
And she said, if I have more than one project, I'll never finish it. So then Amy said, well, I have some that are on the 2-year plan, but Amy's pretty good. She finishes them.
Amy's
She may
amazing.
put them down for
She's
a
diligent. She
year or so,
finishes.
but she's very
She
diligent.
goes, yeah.
I could not imagine. I would need therapy if I only had
One
one
project
project.
at
Can you
a
imagine
time?
if you only had one project?
What
Oh,
if you got
never.
stuck?
Never, 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 never.
What if you got stuck? Caught without your knitting.
I can't imagine that.
Definitely
I mean,
not.
I finished knitting the Irish Knit project, and I have to say that it's always such a great feeling when you finish a project.
Yes.
I start thinking
I
now of
finished
all
little
the
ones, and
things
I'm like, yes.
I'm casting on about 15 things now.
That's why I said I want to cast on so many things, because I feel like I earned
Like
it.
Dinah's going through all these things that she didn't have in her list. Like she didn't have the cowl, she didn't have the hat,
No,
right?
these are new
She
things.
didn't have the wrap, but now
Okay.
this is all coming in.
Okay, guess what?
What, Dana?
Oh, actually, but I'm starting so many things.
You're starting
I
an
will-
Olympic knitting.
Yes.
What else did she say she's starting? She's starting
The
the
knit
Long
along.
Island knit along. She's doing the mystery knit along with us. So that
But-
doesn't even touch anything that she's got
But I
home.
promise I will finish one project at
From home.
Yes.
Well, what is it going to be, Dana?
I don't know.
Like a hat that's 3/4.
Is this considered a started project?
No, it's not. It's not, Dinah. I have to tell you, it's not. It's not.
I will finish something from home. I promise. Okay?
Okay.
There.
You heard it.
I promise.
So we will be
Doesn't
podcasting
matter how
in
big or
June.
small. No. No.
Anyway, we have to say we have to go because I have a class outside
Oh,
waiting to
It's
come in.
that time.
So it's almost. But what do we have to say that's very important?
you must please
Well,
subscribe.
wait a second.
Oh.
Again, mention your website.
Okay. TheKnittingPlaceNY.com if you'd like to place an order. If there's something that you've seen on a past podcast. Not everything is on the website. We're going slow. Bear with us.
If there's a little hiccup,
Yes, and the hiccups will be, and I'm going to put it out there right now, inventory is really the hardest part. Sometimes our inventory isn't exact, so it might show that something is in stock. We are working to make sure that all the numbers are accurate.
but it's a big job.
It's a big job,
very
but
big
if it is not, we apologize in advance. If you make a purchase and we can't fulfill the order, we will contact you, but so far that hasn't happened. And thank you for those of you who have already placed orders on the website. It's really exciting.
And pom-poms, before you say anything, pom-poms are
will
going
be
up
going up, promise.
because someone has already asked about
Yes,
pom-poms, so they will
promise.
be going on. They're not on yet, but they
Not
will
on
be
yet.
going on. So that's one of the things you have to say.
We have the new enamel pin, which we're very
Correct.
excited about.
But you have some things coming up. I don't know when we're going to podcast again because today is the 12th, right? And when are you going to Scotland? When are you going?
Edinburgh?
What day?
How do you say it?
You're asking the wrong person.
I'm going to
I'll say it with
Edinburgh.
a New York accent. When are you? We'll be right with you, hon. Right with you. We're
Hi.
just finishing a podcast. You can come in.
Come on in.
Come in. When are you going?
I leave on, I think it's a month from today, actually, March 12th.
So much. So you're going to be going like the middle of the month.
Yeah,
Middle of the month, right?
to the end. I think I'm gone for 10 days, actually.
It's 10 days. Where are you going? You're going somewhere else.
Well,
Not Scotland for just 10 days.
No,
You can't
no,
do a
no.
show
Then
for
I'm
just
going to
10
H&H,
days.
Cologne.
Oh, so you're going to two places.
Mhm.
She's going to
Two shows abroad.
places.
Very
Two
excited.
places. Well, we'll have to podcast before she goes.
Yes, for sure.
Is there anything happening before then, though? For some reason,
We
I
have
had
the
in my
knit along
mind.
with Joan Forgione, February 27th. I think that's it.
We'll have to podcast then when you come back.
Oh, for those of you who are interested in the podcast, not the podcast, the interview from Kristy Glass.
Oh, I knew there was something else we had to
We
talk
were very
about.
fortunate, and I will
Yes,
post
yes,
some
yes.
pictures at the end of this podcast.
Okay.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Kristy Glass was in. She's very sweet. She did an interview here in the shop, and she's hoping to have that published April, right before Long Island Yarn Crawl. So
that what
I'm
she
sure you'll see me blasting it.
And this
But
is
if
what
you're not already-
Kristy came into the shop, and she zeroed on this right away. I thought it was
Right
hers,
away.
actually, when she was wearing it.
No, it's opposite.
But it was finished for a customer of ours. This is what she was wearing. So you'll
Beautiful.
see Kristy wearing this
in the podcast.
in the podcast.
So you guys subscribe to Kristy Glass Knits. She's also a podcaster
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Right. It was a lot
and
of fun. It was a lot of fun that
Yeah.
day.
We will stay in touch.
And that's it.
That's it. Thank you
And
for
remember
watching.
to subscribe and tell us
Must
how many
subscribe.
projects you have.
And this could be your prize.
There you go.
Do you want this coming home with you? Bye. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.